Well, and one thing that I wanted to mention that didn't really come up yet, but when I was deciding between a few different offers, I was having a really hard time because I was in the mindset that I was making this decision for the rest of my life. But when you're making that decision about your first kind of full time job, it's really important to remember or think of it as like you go to college for 4 years, you do your first job for a few years. So whether it's in like the company you're after or trying a new city, like it's not forever. Like try to keep that in mind. And once I like thought of that, oh, I'm leaving LA, but I'll just do a few years. If I hate it, I can come back. Like I'm in a good spot type of a thing with Microsoft's name on my resume. And it all ended up working out because I got to move back and still work for Microsoft. Most of my friends, like once we all hit the 3 year mark, everyone kind of starts looking either externally or for different roles at the company. So it definitely isn't forever. So don't try to keep that in mind.
My biggest piece of advice, and I wish someone told me this when I was like looking for roles, is that there is no wrong move. And I can't emphasize that enough. I think as like someone looking for a role, you're going to put a lot of pressure on yourself. You're going to have some target or vision in your mind, but know that like there is really no mold. And no matter what step you take and what job you take, you're gaining such valuable experience. And if it's a great experience, awesome. You found one thing that you liked. If it's not a great experience, perfect. You found something that you don't like. And then you can kind of adjust there with more knowledge of what you like and what you don't like. So I think like I went into my first job thinking like, oh, I need to get my perfect job right out of school, which is nice. But then even then, like you'll almost learn more if you have more of a story and journey than if you just do one role the whole time. So I'd say lift off the pressure. And I would say just like enjoy the process wherever that might take you.
So the advice that I always give is that whatever you choose, it is just the next step. I remember in college thinking like, all right, I have my degree. I'm going to go do what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And like, it's so not true. No one has anything figured out. And so when I was trying to think of what the next step would be, like I was trying a bunch of classes and I tried a bunch of internships in different areas. Like I interned in water, air, and energy because I knew those were three out of like the four areas, the fourth being soil and land for environmental engineering. And I tried them because I'm like, okay, I don't know what I want to do. Like maybe if I get internships in these, I'll have more insight into that. And honestly, I took the energy class because they canceled my elective 3 days before classes started. So I'm thankful for that. Environmental engineering was such a small program that if they couldn't fill our classes, they canceled quite a few of them. And I was really grateful because I was just like, okay, I'm going to try this new one. And so just really like tailoring your education to what you think you're interested in and not being afraid to ask for exceptions, like just going to your advisor, being like, I really want to take this class. I know it's graduate level. Can I do it? It's almost always yes. And so I think as long as you understand that what you want to do is in your control and that it's not, you're not signing up for anything forever, like then your world's going to be opened up to a lot of possibilities and you'll have a better understanding of what you're looking for and what you're interested in. And then, if you don't like something, then I just got a text from a friend like 30 minutes ago. She was like, they're shifting me to a different team at work and I don't want to be on sales. So I'm looking for another job. And like, it's not sad or scary. It's kind of just like, okay, well, this isn't what I want anymore. Like I'm going to go pivot, assess like what I want to do next, and then just do that next. I'm like thinking in terms of the climate, like you do matter. Your actions matter. I was part of the environmental student assembly at USC as well. And something that we always thought about that was really difficult was like influencing people's behavior. And it felt like no matter how much messaging we got out there, like it was really hard for people to like choose the impossible burger over the real burger or have people buy an EV instead of an ICE engine or an ICE car. Like, I think things have changed so much since I started undergrad to when I started grad school to when I started working. Like there's such a wide acceptance around climate change now and an urgency. We call this the decisive decade, so leading up to 2030. And what we do now influences things. And it's not meant to put like crazy pressure on it. Like it is like, yeah, we have to run right now, but everyone can play into that. And I have a million resources I could think of, but I hope everyone just can look at their own footprints and look at RMI's reports to see like how they can help, because it's important and we all need to think about it.